we get Edward Brisibe for inside here. Edward, good morning. Good morning, they hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Help me increase the volume for your voice small.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay, so now Pandora matter now we dey on top this morning.
Yes.
We know as the Pandora matter use affects plenty people them for inside the world. Like some people, in fact, different parts of the world that no one call them. You know, former Tony Blair, the way be former UK Prime Minister, other big people them for inside the world and they with the same touch, like including some people them for inside Nigeria where Pandora matter attack. Some people there for the world where attack don't talk say we'll not commit any crime more. What we do now our money and all of that. How you see this matter from the legal point of view as lawyer where you be?
The thing I say, most of the times people they search for different parts of the country where different parts of the world where they call tax havens. Tax havens now places when their tax rates they very low. When they say once you go invest for there, they're not going to charge you up with their taxes and all the rest of them. You know, I understand. Say the one way concern us for inside this Pandora matter, now the Nigerian names when they don't mention. You know, and so I'm not going to go into them, Tony Blair and the rest. Now, this Pandora matter go be issue because what to make an issue in actual fact, and I say. The journalists, the leak when come outside and say people they go these British islands, from most of these British islands they be tax havens. Their taxes they very low. So most people in the world they go there, they hide their looted funds. Now it make when it leak, it go turn big news. Now it can't be left on the people when their names don't come out to come explain and say when I put this thing for here, when I make this investment for here, when I buy this property from here, when I register this company from here, when I usually they buy these properties, not be during when I've been there for government to, I've been declared this particular asset to before I enter government to this and this, that and that. If they do them like that, and if investigations really show say not been during when they've been there for government, and not be government fund, now they used to buy those properties or government fund they stash for those places, then they go there free. But if investigations don't they done, and in actual fact it shows say now during when they be there for government or now undeclared assets, now they stash for those places or now they register companies for there, or now they buy properties through companies from that from those tax havens, then that one will come be crime. You know, so from the legal point of view, not just the view be that if you check our code of conduct bureau, most times public officers they make sure say they declare their assets before they become either governors, they become either minister. In short, most federal staffs, federal civil service don't even make them into laws. Say you must come declare your assets as a public officer. You must come declare assets, and this declaration would happen. I think it's actually annually. I think it's annual, but during a period of time.
Okay.
A period of time to a period of time. When we know what you don't get.
Okay.
When we know what you don't gather. In case it gets something we will not fit trace. We'll drag you, come ask you, okay, waiting happen. How you take get this thing? How you take get this thing? How you take get that thing? So now just the issue with that.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, sir, I not even tell you my name from beginning. My name is Precious, and my colleague there with me, his name is Chukudi. And at two of us go to Chukma, they ask you question for inside the matter this morning. So, if they want particular or be former governor, when his name be appear for this thing. As some people ask him, he talk say, waiting if you remember, then I say, now family property, you say you get the right to choose where you go put this family property or not. That one, you see, I'm like say, finally, this Oga get case to answer, be no get case to answer as a lawyer.
That's the part that said this same Oga, after he talk, waiting he want to finish. Lagos State said he did in this particular point, till now, he don't wait me they invite him. And they never invite him. The only way we fit know whether waiting he talk or waiting he not talk not true. Now when they start investigation, if now family property, it's supposed also, from my point of view, it's supposed also still declare things when you get shares in. It's supposed to declare companies when you don't invest in, whether in a family or not. Are you not a member of the family? What to be your parts for that family. How much shares for that company when the family own to your own? At the end of the day, they go share them, Nabi. It's a company, then that means shares they involved, because most times these tax havens, they go register company. Now the company is now they say they buy the property. But to this extent, I think not be the first time paper this come out. We don't get the Panama papers. We don't get with this one Pandora papers. We have always had we don't always get the opportunity when international journalists or international organizations or agencies go release names of Nigerians when they're involved in one thing or the other. But what will be the move when they make to investigate them?
Very important.
Made. I think the last publication when I read on top of this matter, they say they write later to Code of Conduct. Code of Conduct Bureau say, okay, we are interested in the Pandora papers revelations regarding Nigerian past and present public officers reported to have owned undeclared assets offshore. Now, the Code of Conduct Bureau, they see they ask for help. Ways when the say people fit, they want to help them pass. Pandora papers already released these names. Now it's for you to go and make your investigations. Has investigation started? Now they wait for now. So by the waiting Oga talk, in the talking on. Now it's left for them to go and start investigating him. From my point of view, I don't already talk how it will be. Or how these things they happen.
Like you talk.
It's left for them to go and investigate him.
Like you talk, not be the first time when we say we don't see revelation about public officials inside Obodo, Nigeria, and how people don't, chook eye on top of waiting, these people don't gather for themselves, whether the time when they're in the office or when they're not in the office. But many Nigerians, they look and say, this thing don't turn normal. Because if you get a particular class of Nigerians, irrespective of where they come from, if their own goal now to just they gather, and when the matter concern them, no be anything. But if now ordinary person, maybe jungle justice, or the person go down there awaiting trial for several years for inside prison, but he get anything when we say Nigerians as a people or civil societies for this country fit do to use compel code of conduct to dey up and doing for this particular one, so that we will see end to this particular matter. I mean, and God hand now with it.
Now the issue now, I say this thing don't become a character. We done the year over time how much of the Abacha loots don't come in the country. Now Abacha loots they come in because Abacha don't die. Because Abacha is late. Many people when they are like they are losing their side. I don't see many pass Abacha on. It's a character. It's a Nigerian character. Say our leaders they always they know they come with their own precedents. They always follow what will I call it now? They always follow laid down precedents. Now the precedents that has been laid down. Now say, once you enter power, you go start for outside. You again use Nigeria, they do forex business. Because now dollars, you go start for outside. Now pounds, you go start, if you go start Naira for outside. So most times, these things don't turn character. As far as you enter government, you go carry money, you go start outside. Now, we understand the fact, say, Serap and some of all these civil society organizations, don't they push agencies when they involved in this matter to do what they're supposed to. But Serap and some of all these agencies, they just the highest thing when they fit does do are to go courts and they go drag the matter for courts, because if you don't go courts, for courts, most times for courts to make sure say the agencies when they involved do their job, nothing will come out of them. Like I use the Code of Conduct Bureau as an example now, as a reference case. Then a letter has been written to them. So, okay, these names when they release, not be only our former governor, maybe our former governor, not be only a name ID involved. There are many other people that their names are involved. Waiting to happen concerning them. What investigations have been done? Code of Conduct Bureau is saying the ways that you people can help us, come and help us.
Thank
Meanwhile,
you. Thank you, guide word.
A long paper has been released on the matter. What are people going to do about it? So not be only civil society organizations fit deal with this issue. Sometimes if Nigerians the entire country begin shouts concerning this matter, if we get serious concerning this matter, we make sure say nothing happen for this country until people are brought to book on top of the issues. They are brought to answer the things where they don't do. Nothing will happen. We'll just begin to go around this circle.
Thank you.
Don't
Thank
talk
you.
character like I talked
Thank you, plenty.
and maybe I just have to continue.
Thank you. Thank you, plenty. I know if we give you time, you go talk. The matter full for your mouth, but unfortunately, we'll not get time again. Thank you. As EBC can't help us explain the matter. A lot of us, we don't even understand really the depth of this matter, but you don't help us now, share to us. Most of us don't get better understanding of this matter. In case you just join us now, Edward Brisibe, him be lawyer and activist. You don't follow us put months concerning the Pandora report we get to do with offshore company where we see people pack plenty money put for inside the world. Well, that's all we don't hear them, and I don't hear the way you use explain them. For those who be say they torture for the matter for Nigeria, whether they get case to answer or not, we go know when they be say they invite them finally for the matter.